chapter in geography, that is climate. So children, what is the difference between climate and weather? So, weather refers to short-term changes in the atmosphere like a sunny day, a dull day, or a pleasant day. Whereas climate describes what weather is like over a long period of time in a specific area. So, in this chapter, we will be learning in detail the climate of India and Brazil. So, first we will learn about the climate of Brazil. So, children, as there is a vast latitudinal extent of Brazil, it experiences wide range of climatic diversions or variations. For example, near the equator, as you know that near the equator it is hot. So that is why that place or that area, that is a northern part, has a temperate type of climate. Why? Because it is found near the Tropic of Capricorn. Brazil gets its rainfall from the southeast trade winds and the northeast trade winds. Parts of Brazilian highlands extend up to the northern coast. So children, the escarpments, I hope you remember the escarpments that are near the highlands towards the eastern side, act as an obstruction. Okay, they block the winds that are coming from the sea and cause orographic type of rainfall in the coastal region. Beyond the highlands, the effects of these winds get reduced. As a result, the rainfall is very less in that area. So, this region is called as the rain shadow region. Why? Because the rain does not reach till that area. So that is why this region is named as drought quadrilateral. So, looking at the temperatures in Brazil, the northern part of Brazil is hot. As we go towards the southern part, the temperatures become lower. Seasonal variations are found in this pattern. Like near the equator at the Brazilian coast, temperature does not vary much. In the coastal regions near the equator in Brazil, differences in temperature are very less, like negligible. The winds move in the vertical direction, that is upwards. That is the standing direction in this region. Similarly, the convergence zone. So children, what is a convergence zone? It is a place where two trade winds meet each other. Okay, so this convergence zone of the trade winds is weak in this area. So that is why cyclones are not formed. Wherever the convergence zone, the area where the winds are very strong, that time cyclones are formed due to the low pressure. But in Brazil, because the convergence zone of the trade winds is weak, that is why cyclones are not formed. That is why tropical cyclones are rarely visited to the coast of Brazil. Most of the part of this country lies in the tropical zone. The equator passes through the northern part of the country. So children, I hope you all know the map by heart. The temperature is more in this region, obviously because the equator passes through that place. The average temperature in the Amazon Valley is 25 degree to 28 degrees Celsius. The climate is cooler in the highlands. Why? Because the altitude is higher in that place. Because of the proximity of the sea, the coasts experience mild and humid climate. The Amazon Valley receives around 2000 millimeter of rainfall, while the northeastern coast receives 1000 to 1200 millimeter of rainfall. Okay children, now let's do the climate of India. So, the climate of India is a monsoon type. So here the sun rays are perpendicular, okay, that is up to the Tropic of Cancer, which passes through the middle of our country. As a result, the average temperatures are higher, okay, it is always hot in our country throughout the year. Also, temperatures increase towards the south. So children, did you notice this? In Brazil, the temperatures decreased towards the south, whereas in the north, it increased because of the equator. But in India, the temperatures in the south increase. That means it is hot near the south and cold near the northern region. In winters, the temperatures drop to minus 40 degrees Celsius in Jammu and Kashmir and parts of mountainous regions of Himalayas. The diversity, that is the variability of climatic conditions of India, are mostly due to the latitudinal location. As for Brazil, it was because of the vast latitudinal extent, right? But for India, it is due to the latitudinal location and the altitude of the place. What is altitude of the place? It means that India has a lot of high and low mountains and plateaus, which Brazil does not have at that much of extent. The Indian Ocean and the Himalayan ranges exert a great influence. That means what? Because of the Indian Ocean and the Himalayan ranges, the climate of India is influenced very greatly, and so is the monsoon origin of our country. So, very cold winds that blow from the north, okay, that are blowing from the north, are obstructed by the Himalayas because they are very high at a altitude. Similarly, in the southwest, monsoons retreat from the Shivalik and Himachal ranges of the Himalayas. So children, what do you understand by retreat? That means that when the southwest monsoon, that is the winds, when they blow from the south, they go up to the north. But because of the Himalayas and the Aravallis, they come back in the month of September or October. So retreat means what? Withdrawal of monsoon season. Because of high temperatures in summers, low pressure areas develop in the Punjab plains and the Thar desert of Rajasthan. This attracts winds coming from the high pressure region in the Indian Ocean, which start blowing towards the mainland of India. These winds that are carrying moisture in them bring rainfall. So, because of the obstruction, that is, a barrier caused by the eastern and the western Ghats, we learnt in the previous chapter, right? So, because of it, it rains more towards the coastal areas, that is where we are, like Mumbai. The rainfall reduces in the leeward side. What is the leeward side? It means the other side of the mountain which does not face the sea, from where the winds come with the moisture. So it does not rain towards the other side of the mountain. These winds blow parallel to the Aravallis. As a result, rainfall is low in parts of Gujarat and Rajasthan. Later, these winds move towards the Himalayas, means the same winds, okay, they move towards the Himalayas. Now children, what happens is that these southwest winds, when they blow from the south, they go towards the north side. So when they are going towards the north side, they are being blocked by the Aravallis. So because of which Gujarat and Rajasthan receive very low rainfall. Then after that, the same winds, they move towards the Himalayas. They change their direction and move towards the Himalayas. So these moisture carrying, that is a moisture carrying capacity, increases because the winds that are there or the air that is there comes lower. So as the wind comes lower, the heat increases. Yes. So because of that, the heat increases, then the moisture carrying capacity also increases of the wind. So because of which orographic type of rainfall occurs because of the natural barrier or obstruction of the Himalayas. These winds return, okay, they come back from the Himalayan ranges because again the Himalayas are an obstruction to the wind and they are retreating, that is the withdrawal of monsoon in India starts, their journey of retreating starts. So while blowing from the northeast, that is upwards towards the Indian Ocean, that is south, these winds bring again rainfall to some parts of the peninsula. I hope you know what is a peninsula. So the middle part, that means what? When the wind goes up, that time also the peninsula gets rainfall, and then when during the retreating journey of the southwest winds, they again give rainfall to the peninsula. So this this kind of occurrence is called as a retreating monsoon season in India. In general, the climate of India is hot throughout the year. As the Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of India, okay, so India is considered to be the tropical region. Why? Because the Tropic of Cancer is passing through the middle of India. India faces natural disasters like erratic rainfall, means continuous rainfall, then droughts, cyclones, floods, etc. frequently. So children, there are 4 seasons as per the Indian Meteorological Department. That is the hot weather season, the season of rainfall, that is monsoon, and the season of retreating monsoon, and last is the cold weather season, that is the winter season. Okay children, so now here is the map and a figure that we need to see and answer a few questions. The first question is, considering the isotherms of Brazil, what is the average range of temperature in Brazil? So looking at the map, you can see that the isotherms of Brazil, the average range of temperature in Brazil is 10 degrees Celsius, that is 28 degrees Celsius to 18 degrees Celsius. Next question is, in which area does it rain more? It rains more in the northern and central part of Brazil. Example, Amazon Valley. Next question, from which directions are winds blowing towards Brazil? The winds are blowing from northeast and southeast directions. Next question. What could be the reason behind that? So, the reason may be the permanent trade winds which blow from high pressure belt to the equatorial low pressure belt. Brazil being in the tropical zone, a low pressure area is created and wind starts blowing from the ocean to the land. What could be the obstruction in the way of these winds? The escarpment acts as the obstruction in the way of the southeast trade winds coming from the sea. Which type of rainfall will occur because of these winds? So children, do you know which type of rainfall will occur? It is orographic rainfall. Now, correlate these winds with and the rainfall. The escarpments act as an obstruction to the winds blowing from the sea and they cause orographic type of rainfall in the coastal region. Beyond the highlands, the effect of these winds gets reduced. As a result, the rainfall is very less. Next question. In which part of Brazil are the average temperatures low? The average temperatures are low in the southern part of Brazil. Next question. Identify the rain shadow area in Brazil. Describe its climatic characteristics. The northeastern part of Brazilian highland is a rain shadow region. Beyond the highlands, the effects of southeast trade winds gets reduced and the rainfall is minimal. Also, the temperature here is quite high. This rain shadow region is referred to as or is called as drought quadrilateral. Next question. In which region do you find a higher temperature? So, it is in the northern part of Brazil that has a higher temperature. Considering the latitudinal extent of Brazil, where will you find temperate climate in Brazil? So, the southern part of Brazil lying below 23 degree south latitude, that is the Tropic of Capricorn, experiences temperate climate. Next question. Describe the winds blowing between 0 degree to 5 degree north and south zones. The winds blowing between 0 degree and 5 degree north and south zones move in the vertical direction, leading to the convectional type of rain. These type of rain occur mainly during or at the places near the equator due to the high heat. So, the northeast and the southeast trade winds are very weak in this region. Next question. Which method has been used to show the distribution in this map? So, the isopleth method is used to show the distribution of this map. Now we will look at the map of India and answer to some of the questions. The first question is, which region gets more than 4,000 millimeter of rainfall? So, the Western Ghats, western coast of India and the northeastern region comprising of Mayaswaram, Cherrapunji and parts of Assam and Arunachal Pradesh gets more than 4,000 millimeter of rainfall. Next question. Identify the regions with maximum and minimum temperatures. So, the central and northwestern part of the peninsula, plateau, and islands have high temperature, and the hilly regions of north, northeast, and south India have low temperatures. Next question. In which direction is the temperature increasing? So if you look at the map, you can see that the temperature is increasing towards the south. Next question. Identify the direction of the winds shown. What are they known as? The winds shown are blowing from the southwest to the northeast direction, and these winds are called as the southwest monsoon winds. Next question. Which winds are responsible for the rainfall in India? It is the southwest monsoon winds. Next question. Some part of Rajasthan is under the desert. What could be the reason for it? The southwest monsoon winds blow parallel to the Aravallis. As these moisture-laden winds are not obstructed by the Aravallis, it rains less here. So Rajasthan is under desert. Last question. In which part of peninsular India is semi-arid climatic conditions found and why? So children, the part of the peninsular India which has semi-arid climatic conditions are central part of peninsula plateau comprising of central Maharashtra, West Andhra Pradesh, eastern Karnataka and western Tamil Nadu. These regions lie on the leeward, that is the other side of the mountain, that is the western Ghats and the eastern Ghats. So it rains less here and a rain shadow region is formed. Some parts of Gujarat and Rajasthan are also semi-arid as the Aravallis lie parallel and do not obstruct the southwest monsoon winds. Okay children, with this we have completed with the chapter. Thank you for listening children. Take care.